Explicit gore and violence in a Resident Evil game.
I'm scared. Someone hold me.
I actually forgot what the protagonist of this game is.
I have essentially cleared this entire game apart from certain unforgettable scenes out of my memory.
I honestly can't remember either.
But you recorded the videos.
I vaguely remember him being like a shittier Barry Burden.
I also seem to recall him looking like he was, like, shall we say, genetically predisposed towards being a huge mewling baby.
There is Chinese Ada Wong.
Unlike Ada Wong, who is Chinese.
She's double Chinese and Ada Wong.
Ah.
I don't think Ada Wong literally worked for, the Chinese government.
The sea.
Raccoon City.
Oh, Raccoon City.
Midwestern town in the United States. Was destroyed with a substance known as the T-virus.
So yeah, probably the first issue you're most likely going to notice is that the subtitles at the bottom there, they don't actually really match up.
No, which is sort of impressive when you have typed out text along with the audio.
Threat of biological terror was thrust upon the
Yeah, I'm not really sure what it was, but I kind of have to assume that what they did is that they pretty much translated that, or at least, pretty much translated the dialogue into Japanese. And then apparently later on, they actually went through the Japanese translation and then translated that back into English and used that as the subtitles. Which is kind of a weird way to do it.
So, welcome to Resident Evil Revelations 0. Jesus Christ, look at this shucklefuck.
Here is Hojo.
Morpheus.
I also like that our protagonist is built like a 15-year-old.
Think that cheap cologne you're wearing is going to your head. What do you plan to do with the T-virus?
I'm afraid that's all the playtime we have for today. You die. Now.
Hey, here's a pro tip. Don't do that.
Let me save you by throwing a grenade at you.
And actually, that doesn't work. If you try to pull the pin of an M67 with your teeth, you will rip your teeth out. That thing is stuck in there real good for a reason.
They've engineered it exactly like that to discourage that sort of behavior.
Actually, you would be surprised.
Oh?
They actually specifically checked to make sure, and they said, yep, because if someone tries to do it with their teeth once, they will learn never to try it again.
Maybe the Chinese just have really strong teeth?
Must be all that rice.
All that dry food really toughens up your jaw.
And suddenly we're indoors. Alright.
Things look a lot less high-res here. You take the useful item. Yes, no.
That was always an interesting thing to me in the terms of Japanese game design, that they desperately want you to answer a prompt for everything. It's like, do you wish to pick up a world-saving item that is a goal of game? Yes, no. And you're like, I'm not entirely sure. The world has not been treating me very well lately. Maybe it is better off dead.
Would you like to pick up the shotgun? Yes, no.
I must say that I love those plants. Just carelessly slapped down here and there in the corridor.
A corridor that leads nowhere.
That's the best kind of corridor. It is a corridor for corridor's sake.
Though honestly, one thing Dead Aim actually does have over the other Resident Evil games is that this one actually seems to have actual, you know, bathrooms. Which is kind of a rarity in other Resident Evil games.
Well, that lady sure is hanging around.
Another corridor to nowhere.
Corridor to dead man with map.
There's a window looking into the corridor that looks outside. Why would you build this?
Wait, how did she get down?
Oh.
Whoa!
Mad air.
Yeah, it's around this point that I would actually like to explain the controls and everything, but honestly, it's been so long since I recorded this that I can't even remember.
They're probably not very good.
Well, you basically have a switch to go into dead aim mode, don't you?
Yeah, that's kind of the difference, really, compared to the other Gun Survivor games in a way, is that this one actually does offer a third-person perspective, and if I remember correctly, you just have to hold down the trigger in order to switch over to first-person view. Which is kind of nice in a way.
Yeah, I have to say, exploration in a third-person perspective feels a lot more Resident Evil. I still can't get over how terrible this model is.
And yeah, apparently that's the pose he makes if you hold down the strafe button.
Safety dance.
Gotta erase my Raccoon City steel. And these zombies are just hanging around.
Yeah.
Oh shit, the protagonist is here. Everyone get to work.
Yeah, everyone get up and look active. Could have worked.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah, good show, yo. Good show. And there are quite a few in this room, I was about to say. When's the next game that had that many enemies in this franchise, like Resident Evil 6?
Yeah, Resident Evil 6 could get a bit crowded now and then. So I'm not sure if it got as crowded as 4 did.
We have until midnight tomorrow. Retrieve the virus from the Morpheus.
I like the voice acting here because our protagonist sounds so hapless. It's like, oh no.
Her face is really slender.
And her shoulders are literally not attached to her body.
Feels like she could just stab the zombies to death with her chin or something.
Same business doesn't mean same side, Bruce McGibbon.
Right, that was his name.
That makes sense since they're blackmailing both of our groups.
No, that doesn't make sense at all. Why would she know your name just because both of your governments are being blackmailed?
What's your name?
This is kind of uncomfortable there.
He looks a bit like the Green Goblin from the Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, I can kind of see it now. Especially in this weird sort of menacing crouch.
And I don't dig fresh meat. If you really want to help, then go home.
Well, at least she's nice enough to leave him his gun.
It would be really inconvenient if she took that with her.
Yeah, it didn't really show it all too well there, but the going down the stairs animation is really silly.
I was about to say, did they consciously censor it by putting that lamp? Oh, hello. Whoa.
Yeah.
These guys have great coordination. What a team.
Pick up the radio so you know the zombies are coming.
Well, I tried, but apparently it wouldn't pick it up.
And up the stairs we go. Up,
Well,
up,
see you
up,
guys.
up.
Yeah, the thing is, the zombies are less of a threat in Dead Aim than they are usually, since most of the time when they show up, the areas are actually open enough that you can just simply bob and weave through them, and even then, more often than not, all you really need to do is just keep mashing the X button, and more often than not, Bruce will just simply dodge them whenever they attack.
Ah, the Resident Evil 3 method. I do like the convenient signs of stairs at the stairs, though. Just in case you don't understand what a staircase is.
Yeah, I don't know why they put that there.
That was a great explosion. What is he doing? What? It's like he's doing. It's like he was doing some sort of dance.
Yeah, it was some sort of performance piece, and oh man, I do love slow motion running.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently that one corridor was really taxing the PS2 there. And yeah, I do still pick up the files, but I figured, you know, probably would be better to speed things up a bit, so if anyone is actually, you know, watching this, you're just gonna have to pause the video if you want to read those files.
That's how we do it around here. We're quick and rough.
To sum it up, the villain hates ugly things, so he wants to make a world full of rotting corpses and guys with no skin.
Yep. No fault in that plan.
Much better aesthetic than what we usually work with.
I think he has a problem with body hair. Desperately wants a world with no body hair, so he's creating a species of undead monstrosities with no skin.
Or that turn into giant lizards. He almost got you. Oh, almost.
He tried.
It's sort of a bit cool that the corpses are sort of dynamic a bit. That they hunch up against the wall when you shoot them.
The silencer handgun, yeah, sure. No mirror reflections. What is this? The PS2? Oh, right. And what? What was going on there? Fell out and it looked like it was pulled back around the corner, and then he came walking out instead.
He realized that it was his shift.
Also, this is the music that plays in the safe rooms. Not as memorable as some others, but I guess it'll have to do.
And they were also still using typewriters in 2002 aboard a modernized cruise liner.
It's a BSAA standard. All potential targets of terrorism have to be equipped with typewriters.
Maybe they're just going for an aesthetic.
Seems like a pretty old-fashioned ship, and maybe I was just spinning in a circle for some reason.
Yeah, apparently.
Zombie without a cause. I love all these lamps that are shining as brightly as suns despite not being plugged in.
Maybe they're battery powered?
Battery powered 2000 lumen LEDs, baby. That's what we need.
Oh, hey. These guys almost move like the zombies from Deadly Premonition at times. Just the weird contortions they make.
Top level motion cap.
Bruh.
I always found it silly in games when your bullets seem to do nothing and then the last bullet sends the enemy flying halfway across the planet. It's like, no, this was the good one. This was the one that counted.
Critical hits.
I have hit their gravity generation device. They are now weightless. The zombie just gently floats up into the sky.
You see, when a zombie dies, it immediately expels all air from its body.
That release of putrid gas can bring a human body airborne. Look at these doors.
Damn, they had to do an identical part of the ship.
Yeah, the thing is that does kind of throw me off, which is why I sort of end up consulting the map a lot.
Well, I honestly don't blame you.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
True tactical moves. Just back down. Always back down.
Semi-auto handgun.
Wait. All of the handguns so far have been semi-automatic, you assholes.
This one is particularly semi-automatic.
Yeah, and what they actually mean is that it's actually automatic, clearly. Why would you...
It's only a shame it doesn't really help much with my aim.
Why would you define the only automatic pistol as the semi-automatic pistol? Is this just to piss people like me off?
So it's only half as effective as the semi-automatic pistol.
It seems to be closed due to this plant that has fallen in the way of the door. I can't access it. I've only had training for this.
If only had some sort of machete.
The worst ambush ever. You know your game is great when like 70% of the starting area consists of nigh identical rooms.
So yeah, like the majority of those rooms in that area were pretty much completely useless.
You could pretty much reskin this game to set place in a cubicle farm or something.
Yeah. I mean, if you said, oh, this is actually a hotel, no one would be able to tell the difference.
Oh no, this is actually a .com company workplace.
Google, circa 2003.
I was kind of surprised that no Resident Evil game has featured like a computer virus equivalent of the T virus. That makes like computers morph into zombies or something.
Shoot out wires and grab people.
Like the case just pops off and the internal starts shambling towards you.
There is a game like that
Huh?
on PS1, and I played it. It was one of the worst games that I have ever had on my stream.
Oh, virus it is aware.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Ghost Head.
Ghost Head is certainly also one of the worst games that I have ever played on my stream, but it did not have any crazy tech viruses, at least. Oh wow, that noise. The game was not prepared to have that many zombies go grrg at the same time.
Did you just cancel getting grabbed by going into a door?
Apparently.
Door cancels, baby. It's got tech. Showing off that quick turn, huh?
So I'm taking away from this playthrough is that Shining is a very paranoid person.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, I played through the game several times when I made this recording, and at the time I just ended up getting ambushed.
It kept happening.
Yeah, the zombies are kinda quiet. Like that one shuffling towards you made like no noise at all.
Stealth shuffling.
Yeah, for some reason it made that noise, but not really sure why.
Right, we're outdoors. Now call in the attack ships and sink the ship. Why aren't we blowing up the ship?
Why aren't we taking a lifeboat?
Also, wow, that is the tiniest jacuzzi.
Must be a pretty cheap cruise ship then.
Rose, no!
I will avenge you.
She was actually alive all along.
Something happening. Where is it?
I tripped.
I'm getting up. I'm getting up.
And it's a thriller night.
Love with that animation.
Michael Jackson might have made the music for Sonic games, but he did the mocap for Dead Aim.
Ah yes, everyone's favorite part of Resident Evil game, looking for valves.
Can't wait until crank time.
Valves and cranks. And we go back into the ship.
That looks exactly the same as every other part of the ship.
The shading makes it look like just it's very musty inside or something.
Yeah, it definitely looks like there's been some water damage inside and no one has bothered to take care of it.
You know, in the few hours since that this infection spread. It's even affecting the ship.
Yeah, if there's one thing I've learned from Resident Evil games, it's that something will go from pristine to looking like it's been rotting for 100 years in like 20 minutes. These viruses, they're very powerful.
And also infects regular logs and turns them into like emblem puzzles.
The most horrifying virus.
Keys just gain all kinds of weird shapes like the shield key, armor key.
Imagine if you came home one day and your front door had its lock replaced with a emblem lock.
You go look for the key in the shed, but there's just a giant bloody coffin hanging there. It's asking for 3 masks.
Crack spotted.
There's the valve. There's a diary here.
Hooray, this is my 100th day anniversary. Please let me off this fucking ship.
Woohoo, I love life. I hope I don't die or anything. PS for itchy tasty. He just looks very confused.
What am I supposed to do with this well handle? Oh no! The big old grabby hands.
It's somehow he doesn't cut himself in all that glass.
Oh, my bowels.
But how did...
Should have left by now. Somewhere in America, there's a kitten stuck in a tree, desperately needing your help. Oh well, thanks for the present.
Funny girl. Now give me a hand. Falling!
She carries that like a waitress. Here's your order of 1 valve handle, sir.
Also, plot twist, we're now playing as Fong Ling for some reason.
And there are zombabs all over. Oh my... Wow, that formation. Everyone, line formation.
The zombie phalanx.
Not quite as effective as the Greek, but they try.
One of the Cruise movies was actually 300. Still fresh in the brain, you know.
It's instincts. They rely upon your brother's shield.
You get close and lift your spear over arm.
I love this super stressed music, and it's like, not really, no. I mean, things seem to be working pretty okay. I mean, we can dodge inside this wall here, zombies can't get you there. And besides, she has a freaking G36C with a 100 rounded drum magazine.
Yeah, why aren't we using that?
She could go to town on these guys.
Well, it's not like I need it.
That's true.
So apparently she arrived behind us, read the description on that, and then just very quickly run after us to get the valve.
Chinese agents have ninja powers. I'm more amazed by the fact that that giant hand literally came out of nowhere.
Beauty and brains.
And you are just fun.
The crank observation screen.
You will not destroy this for me.
Genova! Oh wow, the hunter slimmed down.
Yeah,
That diet's been really working for him.
they're a bit mushy mouthed though.
Party guests seem to arrive. Hurry up, Falling!
Look at how weirdly his face just contorts itself and moves around.
Well, everything about the models in this game is just plain wrong. Everyone looks absolutely ridiculous.
It's either some sort of gelatinous mass inside of him that's moving him around.
That was a sick-ass dodge, I just want to point out.
Also, didn't the hunters used to have claws or something?
They have claws on one hand, but not on the other for some reason.
They seem to have claws on one finger.
Yeah. I think they have 3 claws, it's just that one is so much bigger than the others, it's sort of occluding them.
It would be great if the character with the automatic rifle was doing this.
Nope, got cranking to do.
Enjoy your stay.
Not again.
It's like the Leon-Ada relationship, but sorta annoying.
I'll never die.
I'm going to inject myself with electricity. Oh, this was a bad idea.
So yeah, that's pretty much part 1. So I guess come back for part 2, which will probably be sometime next year.
Alright.